arms manufacturers sold to Wall Street. America is not the great superpower. The Pakistanis must realize that Pakistanis owe allegiance to America. They might abuse America. It is of no consequence simply because all the generals, all the bureaucrats, their kids study in the United States. I think Pakistan should declare an education emergency in their country because these people are so uneducated and ill-informed. Jan friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English. Like this video, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Friends, the news that is coming out of Tel Aviv is not good. Israel, they say, or Israel's war cabinet has made up its mind to respond to the more than 300 missile attacks on Israeli soil by Iran. And they've made up their mind. They're saying we will respond, but we will respond at a time and place of our choosing. This is typical military lingo, which says that whenever it happens, it's going to be a surprise. Iran will not know what hit them. This is the entire intent of this phrase, So when they say time and place of our choosing, it essentially means this. Now, Israel has a wide array of platforms by which it can respond. And let's discuss this. They have the F-15s. They have the F-16s, and of course they have the formidable F-35s, perhaps the most advanced fifth-generation fighter aircraft on this planet. The F-35 by Lockheed Martin. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right. The F-35 by Lockheed Martin. Large aircraft, single engine, stealth, with the latest missile and hardpoints. This aircraft, though large, has a signature like a golf ball. So that is what it says. That is what the experts say. The signature is not more than a golf ball. It's this small. And this is what Lockheed Martin has managed to do with this fantastic aircraft. So can the Israelis actually go and bomb Tehran? Of course they can. They have the capability. And there is no Iranian radar that can catch an F-35 going in and out. There is absolutely no chance. And of course, they have fantastic standoff capabilities, which means that if they want to hit a target 300 kilometers away, they need not go, directly over Tehran. They can attack Tehran from 300, 400 kilometers, 500 kilometers away using their missiles and with satellite tracking. It's like putting a missile inside a window. That is how lethal an F-35 is. Anyway, coming back to the point, there has been a lot of discussion. And the discussion is this: should Israel go ahead and hit Iran? Is it worth it? America, has always been a master at doublespeak. Now, what America has said in this regard is, and we discussed this yesterday to a certain degree, that America has said that if you hit Iran, we will not take part in your hitting Iran. But America has said nothing about Iran trying to hit Israel back. So what America is saying is that if you attack Iran, go ahead and do it. We will ensure that when Iran hits back, we've got your back covered. But we are not going to send our planes along with you, which is just fine. Though it would have been fantastic if America had decided to send a package of, F-22s along with an Israeli package of F-35s. That would have done the trick. I mean, on Iran, any of these nuclear sites that Iran has. So friends, Iran has threatened a nuclear war. It hasn't said this in so many words, but here is what Iran has said. So what Iran here is saying is that it will respond in seconds to any strike from Israel and would even deploy weapons never used before. Weapons never used before. What does it mean? Essentially, what Iran is saying is that, it could be a nuclear attack. It could be a biological attack. It could be a chemical attack. Weapons never used before. Weapons of mass destruction. All right. And it has threatened a deadlier attack on Israel if it retaliates. And if the US backs the counteroffensive against Iran, then Iran has threatened that it would target US garrisons in Syria, Jordan, and Iraq. Never has the United States of America looked so weak. There was a time when if somebody had spoken this much, the US would have invaded that country. But today, the US looks extremely weak. It is sold to arms manufacturers, sold to Wall Street. America is not the great superpower that we have grown up believing it was. Today, America looks weak. Anybody can threaten America. Anybody at all can just threaten America. Sometimes I think that, when Trump says, make America great again, I think he might be onto something. Because under Joe Biden, America does not look great at all. You see, when you are a great power, you should have that ability to threaten and then carry out your threats. America today does not have the ability to threaten and does not have the ability to carry out threats. It has allowed China, to grow its military capacity beyond imagining. It has allowed powers like Iran and North Korea to really grow under Chinese tutelage. America has created problems for itself. Now, apart from this, and now there is the China factor here. China's top diplomat told Iran that the nations can work together across a range of areas in the future, signaling that ties remain solid following Iran's unprecedented attack on Israel. China is ready to steadily advance practical cooperation in various fields with Iran and promote greater development of China-Iran relations, Foreign Minister Wang Yi said. So here, China is saying, or China is telling Iran, don't worry, in spite of you attacking Israel, we've got your back. And here is America saying, if there is a counteroffensive, we will not be with you. So China is trying to tell Iran that we are closer friends, we are closer allies. And this is an indirect dig at the United States of America. You see, there are two warring powers, Israel and Iran. On Israel's side, there is the United States of America. On Iran's side, there is China. And yet China says that we are with you. We are with you, and irrespective of your attack on Israel, we will continue to support you. This is what China said. Now, I have a few tweets here from Pakistanis, and I don't know why in God's name Pakistanis are celebrating. And I think Pakistan should declare an education emergency in their country because these people are so uneducated and ill-informed. There is this lady called Alia. And Alia says that Israel take this Eid gift from Iran, love from Pakistan. So this woman is celebrating Iran's strike against Israel. But what she forgets is, Pakistanis have surprisingly short memories. What she forgets is that her own country, Pakistan, attacked Iran last month. The Pakistan Frontier is another Twitter handle. It says, in Karachi, Pakistanis celebrating the successful retaliation of Iran. What successful? 99% of the missiles were shot down. I don't know what success. Delusional people, absolutely, these Pakistanis. Ill-read, ill-bred and delusional. Now they're celebrating Iran's success. Again, I want to tell the Pakistanis, you attacked Iran last month. Have you forgotten that already? Now, Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi is landing in Pakistan on 22nd of April. And there are 2-3 factors at play here. The number one factor is, of course, the fact that Raisi wants to discuss that famous oil pipeline. They threatened Pakistan with a lawsuit of $18 billion, 18 billion US, and they said if you don't complete your part of the deal, we'll sue you. Pakistanis got scared, super scared. They said, no, we'll build the pipeline. Now, here's the catch. The Americans don't like it. And finally, the Pakistanis must realize that Pakistanis owe allegiance to America. They might abuse America. The Pakistanis, in the Pakistani street, there is a very strong anti-American feeling. All that is correct. But the fact of the matter is, it is of no consequence. It is of no consequence simply because all the generals, all the bureaucrats, all the judges, their kids study in the United States of America. Their kids study in Western countries. That is where their houses are. That is where their investment is. All this anti-Americanism in Pakistan, this anti-West emotion is fake. It is fake just to keep the people of Pakistan busy. The top cream, the so-called Ashrafia of Pakistan, they're pretty much settled in the West. They've abandoned Pakistan. Coming back to the point of Raisi visiting Pakistan, the pipeline is one thing. Secondly is, long before, the Americans gave $450 million US to the Pakistanis for their F-16 fleet. And this is exactly the F-16 fleet that was used by the Pakistanis to bomb Iran. And today, Raisi would be having a question in his mind. And when he lands in Pakistan on 22nd of April, he'd ask the Pakistanis one question, that what happens if things get from bad to worse? What happens if things really go south between Iran and Israel? Let us say America was to pressurize Pakistan. Listen, we have given you money. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is something that President Raisi is going to ask the Pakistanis. What happens if the Americans say that we have given you $450 million US to take care of your F-16 fleet? which was, by the way, supplied by the United States of America. And an entire package, let's say it's a squadron. Let's say this package is a squadron. What if America says, we've given you this much money, do you want money from IMF? Yes. Do you want money from the World Bank? Do you want money from the Western countries or America? You want money, right? And if you do, send this package or send a squadron of F-16s to bomb certain targets inside Iran. Pakistan has already done it last month or last to last month. They've already done that. What is to stop Pakistan doing it again? This is a guarantee that President Riyasi will ask of the Pakistanis, because nobody absolutely trusts the Pakistanis. This is all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen, but now to the question and answers, and here are questions. Anurag Kujur, what do you think of Reform UK Great Party? Rishi Sunak बिना इलेक्शन के पीएम बना, अब यूके इलेक्शन में एक राइट विंग लीडर बनेगा, उसमें इस्लामिक टेररिस्ट ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं कर सकते मेरे ख्याल से, जब तक राइट ऑफ फायर आर्म्स टू अमेरिकन सिटीजन रहेगा। मेरे ख्याल से यूरोप में नेशनलिज्म भी जाग रहा है, उसके बारे में क्या कहेंगे? यार यूरोप में, अनुराग जी, यूरोप में नेशनलिज्म जाग रहा है, इसके बारे में तो मैं बहुत टाइम से कहता चला आ रहा हूँ, ये होगा, ये होगा। यू सी, और ऋषि सुनाक जो कह रहे हैं बिना इलेक्शन के पीएम बने, कोएलिशन की गवर्नमेंट होती है, लोग सपोर्ट करते हैं, ये पार्टी जीत गई, कंजर्वेटिव्स जीत गए, अब वो आपस में किसी को भी, वो तो इंडिया में भी होता है ना, पास्ट में इंडिया में हो चुका है कई बार, तो दैट इज नॉट अ पॉइंट। आई मीन, योर पार्टी विंस द इलेक्शंस एंड द पार्टी सेलेक्ट्स अ लीडर. They select Boris Johnson, they select Rishi Sunak, doesn't matter, they select somebody, the party remains in power. Essentially the party has won the elections, right? And ये right wing in Europe तो होगा ही होगा यार, होगा ही होगा, इसमें कोई, it is the radical Islamists and the illegal immigrants in Europe who have pushed the Europeans to a corner, and now the Europeans have started reacting. I've mentioned this many times. I mean, this is not new. I've repeated this ad nauseum. Shakti Keswan says, don't you think your support for Israel is perhaps going a bit too far? Don't get me wrong. I am in full support of the Indian government and Israeli government being friendly. I even stand with Israel against Islamic terror. However, I don't like the Israeli people. The people are incompetent and believe themselves as the chosen race. Their everyday citizen hates anyone who isn't a Jew, including Hindus. This fanboy attitude from Indians for other countries, especially Israel and Russia, needs to stop. Please educate me if I am wrong, or if you have any other perspective towards this. So, Shakti Keswan, I don't know who has this fanboy attitude. I have read about Israel in the Indian Army, and Israeli battles are compulsory reading in the Indian Army. There's a test called Part B, which very young officers are supposed to give, you know, if you want to become a captain, and you have to clear Part B. And in Part B, I wrote about General Moshe Dayan. I have a lot of respect for the nation of Israel. I don't think they hate everybody. That's not true, because I don't say that I've worked with Israelis, but yes, you know, I know Israelis. I know them to be a good people, gentle people, nice people, and my personal experience with Israelis has been extremely good. They've helped India. I don't know if you're aware of this or not. They've helped India in 1971. They helped India in Kargil. They helped India during the Balakot strikes. They helped India even when India did not recognize the state of Israel. They helped India even then. So we owe the Israelis a debt of gratitude. Do I admire Israel? Absolutely. And what do I admire most about Israel? Small little country, this size, fighting against so many hostile neighbors and winning. Take the case of Eric Eichmann. Eric Eichmann, Nazi war criminal hiding in Argentina. They send a team, they get him back, they hang him. Munich massacre. They activate Kidon. It takes, I don't know, more than a decade. They hunt down everybody. Look at the raid at NTB. Look at 1967, you know, the Six-Day War. Look at the 1973 Yom Kippur War. Look at their entire history. How Golda Meir handled this aggression, this war that happened. Look at their entire history. I mean, it's fascinating, right? You say that the Jews believe that they are the chosen people. That is up to them. Who are we to say that they are not the chosen people if they want to believe that they are the chosen people? My admiration of Israel comes from information, it comes from knowledge, it comes from reading about Israel, interacting with Israelis and knowing about their country, which is why I admire that country so much. I don't know why the others admire Israel. It is for everybody. My reasons for admiration of Israel, I mean, they are black and white. So ladies and gentlemen, with that I come to the end of today's video. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, press the like button, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.